It has been said that whenever a Jew meets a German, the millions of dead between them take up a lot of space. What happens when the descendants of the victims meet with the descendants of the guilty? To try to answer this question, drama therapist Armand Volkas brought together 6 Jewish children of Holocaust survivors and 6 Germans born after World War II.
What I'd like to do is have all the Germans up, and then I'll do one with all the Jews. Okay, it's this one. It's the end of the war in Buchenwald. So let's have Carmen. This is you, this person here. Let's have Karen be this person. Okay, ready? Begin.
This is really true. I cannot believe.
Where am I?
In May 1989, in a television studio in Oakland, California, these people participated in an intensive weekend workshop using improvisational theater techniques to explore their family histories, personal experiences, and feelings about the Holocaust. These people were not actors. Most had never met before, and for many it was the first time that they had aired their private feelings on the subject.
Lights out. Okay, I'd like for all the Jewish people to come up. Okay, and I'm going to have you imagine I'm a drama therapist and an actor and a director. And I've been interested for a long time in the idea of bringing Germans and Jews together. I just thought that about the tremendous moral and emotional power that could come from the two groups resolving to remember this event together.
My name is Abe Masliak, and I am a Jew.
Okay.
I, Lowell Cohen, am a Jew. I am a Jew.
I, Wendy Dishman, am a Jew. I am a Jew.
Okay, what comes up for you as you say that?
Feeling separate from other people.
You feel separate?
Just saying that, yeah. Also just sadness because that I could just be here on this earth after all the attempts to annihilate us and throughout history. It just feels real powerful.
I'm Margita Urias. I'm a German. It's just very hard to say I'm a German because I don't sometimes feel like I'm a German because I don't want to be identified with what happened in Germany. I don't feel it's me.
I feel like I have to make a point or something that, yeah.
A point? What kind of point do you need to make?
I'm a German and I'm not a Nazi. It's part of it.
Ich, Thomas Michaelis, ich bin ein Deutscher.
How does it feel to say it in German?
More convincing.
Convincing, so you believe it more or you feel better about it?
It feels like it's easier to deny the shame part.
It's easier to deny the shame part. Okay.
Hitler began killing the Jews in my dad's town.
I found that there are a lot of similarities, a sense of burden, a sense of what to do with the legacy, a sense of pain about it, guilt, shame. I mean, a lot of the emotions are the same, even though our stories are different. One of the most profound experiences as a child of Holocaust survivors for me was, as a very young child, was not having grandparents. Well, I found a picture of my grandfather. And all of a sudden I looked at this guy and I realized I was turning into looking like him, you know?
This is my grandfather, whom I have not known. The whole week I was, you know, thought you have to look for this picture, right? And I didn't do it, and so finally, last night, I got it out of the suitcase, and then I know why I didn't want to get it out of it, you know? Because it is this uniform, this clear identity as a soldier of the Nazi army, you know, that I didn't want to see.
This is the troop leader of a young Nazi troop out on morning parade, morning work. This is my father, who has been living in a sewer and comes out early in the morning to steal food and has been caught by this troop. And this troop leader breaks my father's wrists over the curb in this manner.
How did it feel to be in your role, Carmen?
Utterly helpless and very, very humiliating.
Mm-hmm.
Very humiliating.
When I was 7 years old, I was going to summer camp, and I had to get a bathing cap because it was on the list. So my father took me to Newberry's, and I picked out this white bathing cap and had this pink flower on it and had little rubber petals on it. And it smelled really good and new, like rubber chemicals. I don't know, I like the smell of it. And I took it home. And I showed my mother. I said, look what I got. Isn't it beautiful? It's white and it has this pink flower on it. And she took it and she looked at it. And she pointed to something and she said, take it back. And it said, made in West Germany. And my father said, it's because of the war. We'll have to take it back. And don't ask her to talk about it, though.
German stereotypes. What are the ways that you are seen? Loud?
Disciplined.
Okay, disciplined.
That's a
Hold on,
task
wait.
of my generation to do the reconciliation work. And I have lots of feelings about what my parents and my grandfather's generation did to the Jews. I feel very ashamed about it. And sometimes I feel very angry about still being blamed. I think it's very important for every German to look at this because that's part of our heritage.
This project really means a whole lot to me. My greatest hope is that we can be a model for all people who are, in some sense, quote, enemies, to come together and share our humanness.
Talk about this while we do this.
Yeah, we can. Okay, Paul, what's your problem?
Well, sometimes I want to kick your little German ass all over the lot.
I know, and that pisses me off.
I know.
Because you know what?
Why?
I like you a lot, but I think you're a little self-righteous sometimes.
Well, I think you lack the ability to surrender sometimes. Yeah.
Because you know what? Guess what?
What? What?
Surrendering to an authority is something that the Nazis taught, you know? I don't like that.
So, you think sometimes I'm a Nazi, huh? You think sometimes I act like a Nazi in class? Do you?
No, I just think you're a Jew, but you're also pretty German. Just...
You know, I'm actually willing to let you be in charge. It's fine with me. You know, just don't hurt me.
No, I won't.
You know, I trust you.
Oh. Hey, that's all I want. That's all I can ask for. Because very often I think you just don't. And you don't want to.
You know, that's the hardest part for me. I want to trust. It's very hard to, Louis. It's very hard to. That's my struggle.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the same struggle for me the other way around, because I'm paranoid about Jews because I think they don't like me or they don't trust me. So I don't trust.
Yeah. It's a tough standoff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I like you, Uwe.
I like you too, Paul.
This German Jewish project, it feels like a sense of mission. And at the core of it, I think it's friendship. I really think at the core of all of this is friendship, because if you're friends with someone, it's much more difficult to dehumanize them.
This experimental weekend workshop was the first step in developing a long-range project in theater and film based on the interactions of Germans and Jews. The long-range project consists of 3 stages: an intensive 6-week drama workshop in which a theater piece will be created, an American and European theater tour, and a documentary film. The film will feature highlights of the workshop process and performances and record the reactions of audiences in post-performance discussions. What is the meaning of the Holocaust to its inheritors? Beyond repeating stories of victims and perpetrators, is it possible to forge a common bond free of prejudice and mistrust? How can we learn from the past?